Hello, welcome to the Daily English News program on Azərbaycan Televiziya with the most important events of the day. I'm qocaman. On November 16th, President of the Republic of Azerbaijan, İlham and First Lady Mehriban Aliyeva visited the liberated Füzuli and Cəbrayıl regions as well as the cities of Füzuli and Cəbrayıl. Azerbaijan's Defense Ministry released a video footage of the liberated from occupation Domi village of Qocaman region. Territory, the whole world recognized it as a part of Azerbaijan. Pakistani Prime Minister Imran Khan said in an interview with a local TV channel. The journalist asked him to comment on the fact that the flags of Azerbaijan, Turkey and Pakistan are hung everywhere in Azerbaijan and the liberation of Azerbaijani lands from Armenian occupation. Imran Khan said that the Azerbaijani armed forces show exemplary courage. Azerbaijan returned its internal lands. Вести недели program on Russian Russia 1 TV channel analyzed the latest processes around Nagorno-Karabakh conflict.
Да, и теперь, как обещали, подробный разбор трехсторонних...
Host Dmitry Kiselov noted the painful attitude in Russia towards the war between Azerbaijan and Armenia. He also called Azerbaijan a friendly country, a reliable partner of Russia in the Caucasus, as well as an important trade partner and a critical factor of security in the Caspian Sea. The program emphasized the statement signed between Azerbaijan, Armenia and Russia and the placement of Russian peacekeepers in Karabakh in accordance with the document. Touching upon the status of Karabakh, the author presented Ilham Aliyev's position regarding this issue.
Вот его переговорная позиция.
What happened, Pashinyan? You were going to pay a road to Cəbrayıl. You danced. But where is the status? The status went to hell. It disappeared. Does not and will not be there. As long as I am president, there will be no status. Therefore, this document is of great importance.
Поэтому данный документ представляет огромное значение.
The host of the program also stated that Ilham Aliyev reminded Pashinyan about his dancing in Shusha last year and is being received as a provocation in Azerbaijan. The program underlined Azerbaijan's celebration of the victory in the Second Nagorno-Karabakh War. Footage from the streets of Baku was presented. It was noted that the Azerbaijan army has never been as strong as it is now, and all that thanks to President Ilham Aliyev.
Work is underway to supply electricity to the liberated areas, according to Azərbaycan Open Joint Stock Company. After Cəbrayıl region, Shusha city is also supplied with electricity. In the coming days, other liberated territories of Azerbaijan will have access to electricity as well. Armenian Prime Minister Nikol Pashinyan confessed his inability to keep the Azerbaijani territory, including Nagorno-Karabakh, in their hands. The social-political situation in the country remains critical. Demonstrations of the opposition will persist until Pashinyan resigns.
Nikol Pashinyan says that he is responsible for what happened in Karabakh and added that Yerevan wasn't able to change the rhetoric of negotiations. I'm the first person responsible for what happened. I realize that, conditionally, I have to answer in front of our people's court. However, the people need to know all conditions of the matter. There needs to be a dialogue between the army, opposition and the government, said the Armenian Prime Minister during an online press conference. Pashinyan noted that by the time he came to power, by May 2018, the international community had agreed to a territory in exchange for no compensation formula, and discussions had reached an irreversible point. We tried to change the rhetoric, he said. I tried to increase our resistance, but we failed, stressed Nikol Pashinyan. The opposition keeps demanding Prime Minister's resignation. The leader of Armenia's opposition Homeland Party, Artur Vanetsyan, said that 3 days ago he was detained with the order of Pashinyan and was brought to the National Security Service building. I was informed that if I participate in the protests, I will be detained again. I want to tell Pashinyan and his team that with such games, they will neither scare nor turn us away from our political path. Just as you surrendered on the battlefield, you must come to terms with your defeat in the country and in front of the people. You don't have the moral right to live in Armenia and breathe its air. In 2 years, you will land at such a blow on Armenia that it will take years to recover from it. We will continue our protests until Pashinyan resigns. I want to tell my supporters, representatives of other parties, and to Armenian people in general that we will continue our demonstrations starting tomorrow. We will be resolute until the end of the fight with this dictator regime, Artur Vanetsyan declared. After the release of Artur Vanetsyan, a group of protesters and representatives of opposition political parties again gathered in Freedom Square in Yerevan at night to put forward their main demands. Among the protesters was General Sahak Altunyan, an active member of the Republican Party of Armenia and former Deputy Interior Minister. Sahak Altunyan said that their main demand is Pashinyan's unconditional resignation and organization of early elections. Don't understand why the world doesn't see what's happening in this country. We sent letters to all diplomatic representatives of the diplomatic corps and international organizations operating in Armenia. Pashinyan's goal is to detain the whole Armenian population. Every detainee has to be released immediately. No one can turn us away from our fight, he stated.
Wow. 1,395 infections with the novel coronavirus were registered in Azerbaijan. 605 people recovered after treatment and were released home. 18 people who earlier tested positive for COVID-19 died. The overall confirmed cases in Azerbaijan have reached 77,083 with 55,755 recoveries and 985 deaths. The number of active infections is 20,343. To detect new infection cases, overall 1,523,221 tests have been conducted in Azerbaijan. The task force under the Cabinet of Ministers reported. That was all for today. Thank you for being with us. Goodbye.